All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another day in the arena here in Tormod's Crypt. Today we are looking at a Jeskai Superfriends build for the standard 2020 event that's winding down here as we get close to the pre-release for Throne of Eldraine in physical copy, this weekend on Friday, and then looking at, I believe it comes out on Thursday here in arena. So if you're looking to get that pre-ordered, make sure you do that. I don't know, probably on sometime on Wednesday. I'm not too sure. I'd have to look. But yeah, make sure you do that. So this is obviously, let me look. Yeah, so it's a 2020 build. So this does not rotate. This is rotation-proof Jeskai Super Friends. But there's obviously nothing from Eldraine in here right now. So I've been playing this in the event. I've had a lot of fun with it. And it looks a little something like this. So we've got 4 shocks for spot removal, damage to planeswalkers, whatever you might be looking for. 2 Fblthps, a little bit extra card draw. He's a good chumper, he just helps us kind of keep everything moving along in this deck. 2 Lava Coil, again, for spot removal. 2 Dovin's Veto, just in case you need them. I haven't used them. I think I've used them maybe once. 1 Dovin's Veto in I don't know how many games. So it's there if you need it, but, with only 2 copies, it's not something that we're really dependent on, I guess I'd say. There's 2 Prison Realms for the Scry and also to exile some stuff that we're trying to get out of the way. Obviously for Narset because it helps us get the spells that we need while also holding our opponent off of any card draw. Teferi, much the same, holds back their instance and forces our opponent to play instance on their own turn. And then, gives us some card draw when we bounce. Saheeli gets us more chump blockers and really helps, copy some of the other creatures that we get out there. Deafening Clarion, again, more removal, a little bit of lifelink if you've got creatures on the board, but this is more to kind of keep other creatures at bay. Kasmina, obviously, she's got the wizard creation, but then again, what we really like is her passive static ability here that says spells your opponents cast a targeted creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more generic mana to cast. So it just kind of helps us delay the opponent, right? What we're really looking for in this deck with the Super Friends and all the Planeswalkers is this bad boy. So Sarkhan, he can, +1 him until end of turn. Each Planeswalker you control becomes a 4/4 red dragon creature and gains flying. So that's another reason that we've got, 4 Narset, 4 Teferi, 3 Saheeli, 4 Sarkhans, 2 Kasminas. We do also run a Chandra the Awakened Inferno for board wipes and also for her emblems that help us put a clock on the opponent. We do run an Ugin for some of his destruction and also to help us kind of get through cards in our deck. And then we only run 1 time wipe, but there is a time wipe in here for board wiping. Mana base is pretty standard, straightforward. So plains and island, 1 of each. 4 Hallowed Fountains, 4 Steam Vents. So the lands that don't rotate here, we're running 4 of. 2 Temple of Epiphanies, Boros Guildgate, 4 Sacred Foundries, 3 Temple of Triumphs. This Guildgate's in here because I have not yet crafted a 4th Temple of Triumph, nor have I cracked one in a pack. So the Guildgate will get swapped out. I just needed another red or white land. So that's what's holding its place. And then obviously, since we're playing a very Planeswalker heavy Super Friends deck, we've got the 4 Interplanar Beacons to help us gain life and also allow us to have a little more flexibility in mana fixing when we're trying to cast those Planeswalkers. So yeah, that's what this build of the Jeskai Super Friends that I've been running looks like. I have had a lot of fun with it so far. So we're going to jump into this event and get some games in so that you guys can see how it runs. That one guy. All right, he is that one guy. So we've got 2 land in our hand. Shock, Deafening Clarion, Fblthp. Yeah, I'm not super thrilled with this. I mean, we need because we're still, we're gonna mulligan here. I guess we'll keep this one, and I'm gonna get rid of the Veto for now. I think we'll keep the Prison Realm, we'll keep the Narset, hoping we draw another blue source. Otherwise we could activate the Boros Guildgate, or tap the Boros Guildgate to activate the beacon and play 2 blue after we've got, on turn 3. So let's do this. Let's throw this on the bottom of the deck and let's see what happens. All right, so it looks like we're going to be against some gas here really fast, which kind of stinks. So we're going to go with the Guildgate first, get that out of the way. Take one for sure. Excuse me. Yeah. And we'll go with the steam vents here. Let that ender tapped. I'd like to see a Dreadhorde Butcher or something come out here, just because then we can seal it away with the Prison Realm. But we'll see what happens. Or we could Clarion too, but I don't want to do that now. So with this all out here, I think I'm trying to draw a little bit more out as far as what may be in their hand in order to get more value off the Deafening Clarion. Because there's a lot of creatures that they're going to run in this deck that are very small. So we'll activate Narset, and we will grab... We're going to grab Saheeli here, because anytime that we cast a non-creature spell, which we have a ton of in this deck, we get those servo tokens. And we're going to be able to use them to help us chump throughout this game. Okay, so opponent still hasn't... let's see. 5. We got 5. I don't really need this at the moment, because we got the... Yeah, okay. So we're going to bin that for now. Let's get the Saheeli out here. And then we're just going to pass the turn. And hopefully they direct those attacks at Narset. Don't really want to lose her, but whatever. It's fine. Just because she'd be an extra dragon for our Sarkhan, but I don't really see her surviving past this turn. I'm really surprised there hasn't been more creatures played out from the opponent yet. But I'm wondering... Okay, so they're ignoring Narset. Which is, you know, fine. They probably don't have a ton of extra draw. Oh. Change their mind? Okay. So they are going to go for the Narset. Now play a creature here that's got 3 toughness or less. And they're going to bounce our Saheeli. Alright, but they're going to amass, which is fine. So, we drew an Narset, which is great. We will... well, here. Let's just Clarion here. Wipe the board. I forgot those things amass. But that's fine. We'll be able to deal with that, no problem. I'm waiting to find a decent target for our... Let's see, if we go 2, we can get a Narset and a Saheeli out. So let's pay 2 here. We're going to cast Saheeli. Oh, no, shoot. I did that wrong.
My creations are things of beauty.
Whatever, we'll just pass the turn. I screwed that up. Just waiting to see what's going to happen here. I mean, we gained 1 life back from casting the Saheeli with the Interplanar Beacon, but I wasn't thinking. I didn't look and see what colors I actually had available on the board, so hurt myself a bit there. This is excellent. So Boros is gone. So we'll exile. Let's exile Narset. That's fine.
Witness a mote of my power.
Yeah. So I was hanging on to the Prison Realms just for a situation like this. I didn't know what kind of bigger creatures or planeswalkers would be in this deck. Obviously, they're running the Dragon God, so get a token out of that. Seal him away. Get a Scry. We'll keep that shock just because if they can't amass, you know, we're in good shape. So we'll just pass turn here. We've got the servo for a chumper if we want it. At 6 mana, so next turn we could shock and steal Sarkhan if we want to. So we're going to throw the servo in front of the zombie. Okay. So we're going to shock here. Get a servo token out. Get rid of that. And then we're going to Sarkhan here. Gain a life. Get another servo. Then we are going to pump Sarkhan. And we will swing with Saheeli. Get in for 4. So now the nice thing is, if they have an answer for the Sarkhan here, we are holding another one. So I'm hoping that my misplay earlier doesn't really come back to bite me in the ass here. Waiting for like a Bedevil to come out. And snipe him right off the board. Vizier the Scorpion. This is the one that gives him Menace. Oh no, Death Touch. Okay. So Temple of Epiphany will scry. We don't really need that land, so we'll scry that to the bottom. Let's see. We will pump Sarkhan. And we'll get in for 8. And then we'll end our turn. See what the opponent's got here. Really thinking. Looking at our servo tokens. And they're going to knock one out. Hit us with an Enter the God Eternals. Coming at the Saheeli. Come on. So we're certainly going to chump here. Alright, we'll get the steam vents out. Let that enter tapped. We are going to +1 Sarkhan. See what kind of instant they have here. Alright, and then I'm going to hang on to that Prison Realm. So unless they have another God Eternals or a way to give that zombie token lifelink, they can't do much. Alright, so they lose their Death Touch here. But they get a big Amass. And they're going to take out Sarkhan. Alright, so we are going to Prison Realm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. Math is good. We'll get Sarkhan out. Gain a life, get another servo token, get another Sarkhan, plus him, and we get a scooper. Alright, so that's how the deck's supposed to work, even with my misplay there. Still worked out pretty well. Alright, jump into game 2 here. See what this looks like. I've had a lot of fun in this standard 2020 event, so if you haven't played it yet, I highly suggest it. Really easy way to farm XP depending on, you know, where you're at on the mastery tree and things like that. But it's a ton of fun, you know, playing within a much more narrow set of cards, and I've had a blast with it. So Dishonored Yeti. All right, so again, not exactly what I want to see for my opening hand as far as mana is concerned, so we're going to mulligan here. That's a little bit better. We'll get rid of one of the Clarions, I think. We'll just hang on to this and hope we draw something that we need soon. Really soon. like another land to the point where that we can get rid of this Knight of the Ebon Legion fast with the Clarion. If this is like the mono black build I have, there's going to be Burglar Rats in here, Yarrick's Fenlurkers, Davriel. Oh, okay. So this is not mono black like my build. Now I would love a land. Actually, you know what? Let's pay 2 life here and let's coil this bad boy away just to get rid of that thing. Yeah, so we'll pump it here, which is fine. It only gets a +1/+1 counter. So if we get a land, we can Clarion away. As long as it's not a tap land. Beautiful. So now we can Clarion away this Knight of the Ebon Legion. They've already lost 2. We're set there. But we are also hurting. We're down to 13 already. Sacred Foundry, we'll put you in tapped. I'm not going to take any damage from that. We need a blue source so we can get that Narset out. Okay. I'm going to shock myself to get out the Sarkhan, and then we are going to create a dragon right away. And then we'll try to get Narset out next turn. I'm looking at Sarkhan, wondering what he does. Or verifying what he does. And they're gonna Prison Realm him away. So that's fine. We have another one in our hand that we can get out pretty quick. So we'll get you out. We're going to scry here. We'll keep Ugin on top since we have 6 land. And then let's go ahead and let's get a Narset out here. And then we'll move to combat. We'll swing with the dragon. See if they're going to eat it and take the damage. Yeah. Alright. Interesting. Let's grab the Teferi here. Oh, shoot. I just got rid of the Ugin that I left on top of my deck, and there's only one of them. But whatever. I wasn't thinking straight. Still got football on the brain. Ah, shit. We really need a Prison Realm here. Prison Realm of our own. Hey, that's how you draw, baby. So, Prison Realm. Get rid of this Liliana. Scry here. Yeah, we'll keep that shock on top. That's fine with me. And let's get a Teferi out. Get you online.
You'll thank me later. Here goes nothing.
And we'll just go. I want that shock. And I don't want to mess with what else could be on top of that deck. Shit. Well, let's get rid of the Chandra, I guess. Because what we're looking to do here is get you out. Here, let's just pump you.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Then let's pump you.
I summon you.
Get him for 8. End the turn. Getting a little nervous. It's a little dicey here. Can you get rid of their Bell Hunt? I mean, no. Sack of land, eh? They don't get the draw off of it, though. I think they forgot about the Narset.
Listen to them roar.
So Narset's gonna go away here.
I won't forget our
Bye,
time
Narset.
together.
Alright, so we got a Dovin's Veto in our hand, too. So we're gonna minus Teferi.
Don't worry.
Bounce that Bantu back. We'll let that enter tapped. We're gonna plus Sarkhan. Get in there for 8. Let's end the turn. See what happens here. So that's a creature spell. Yeah. I forgot it's non-creature spell. Alright. So they draw. They don't have much in the way of mana anyway. Okay. So we'll let that come out. We're gonna shock it away. And they're gonna scoop. Alright, cool. So got a little dicey there towards the end, but still worked out. We need one more win. Alright. Fblthp. Oh, that's a name. Okay. So 1 blue source, 2 red, 3 red actually, and 2 whites. We will keep this hand. Let's get the Scryland out of the way. Yeah, we'll keep a Fblthp for a card draw and chumping. I don't know what we're up against yet, so Fblthp's okay. Pay 2 life, get him out, and then draw a card. Yep, they're sticking. So yeah, can't wait to continue to play against this stupid flash deck. I hate this thing. So I said before that I've been playing this event quite a bit. I would have to say that a very, very high number of the decks I've played against are this stupid deck. Alright, so they left a land open. Let's give this a shot here. Give Fblthp lifelink too. Just in case. Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because if they would have countered it, then the spell wouldn't have resolved. So that's fine. We'll wipe that out. Another Benthic Biomancer, huh? Alright. So yeah, whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on him, draw a card, then discard a card. So we'll just let that enter tapped. Let's see what happens when we try to shock him. Hanging on to that Lava Coil. Alright, so that resolves. I'm going to let that Sailor sit out there for now. Save my Lava Coil for something else potentially. Like the Brineborn Cutthroat or something that I'm just waiting to come out. Or a Fairy Vandal. Fairy Miscreant. They're going to empty their hand here. I like that. Now if we could draw into another, what am I thinking? Deafening Clarion. We'd really be in business here. We don't, but we do get another Lava Coil. Maybe I should have played the Saheeli. Well, she wouldn't have lasted. They probably would have killed her right away before I even had a chance to get a token off of her. And at this point, the tokens don't help because all the opponent's creatures have flying. So let's just destroy all their creatures. Unless they're holding up a counter spell here. Draw a card. Get some value off of it before I kill it. Opponent sure come into a lot of land too. Draw 2 cards. Paying full price for it since we were able to wipe the board. There's that Clarion. Okay, so let's get the Saheeli out first. Or try to get the Saheeli out first. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. That's fine. Get the Teferi online next turn if we can. I mean, what else do we have to lose? They got the counter magic, they got the counter magic. Teferi resolves.
I know my responsibility. I've got time.
So, plus him. Fairy Vandal comes back out. Spectral Sailor comes back out. Play another creature. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Beautiful. So, we're going to hang on to that Lava Coil. Play the Beacon. Get that Clarion out. Wipe the board. Plus Teferi.
Here we go.
Another Brineborn. Want him out of there before he starts going off. Another Beacon. Narset. Get some life here.
I know 88 ways to defeat. Pick one.
Plus Teferi.
With thoughtfulness before
Plus Narset.
action.
I don't know which one I want here. I guess the Prison Realm, just in case there's anything with a big butt, although I haven't seen them play anything that's got a big butt. They're reading the card in their hand. Ah, Kefnet. Glad I took the... So, we're going to get rid of Kefnet here for a turn, but... I mean, that's about it, right? So... Unfortunately, you know, we don't have any counter magic or anything we can really do. So we have a Narset out. We don't have a Saheeli out.
Meditate and prepare.
Let's grab you, and actually let's grab our Chandra here. And then let's plus Teferi, just to keep them slowed down a little bit. So, alright, there's another Teferi. So let's actually here. Turn off their instance. And let's get our Chandra out. Gain some more life. Get him on a clock.
Ever see a volcano erupt in person?
So, plus 2.
Let's get toasted.
We really need a Sarkhan here to really start going. And we can't use Narset again. Oh yeah, baby. That is how you draw the nuts. Oh no, I forgot to plus Teferi first. Okay. Whew.
No sword can pierce my scale.
Let's just do that real quick.
Oh, I've done
Activate Chandra.
No pressure.
Plus Sarkhan.
to the skies.
Get in for 12. End the turn. Opponent takes 2 more. Kefnet comes out, I'm assuming. Might as well empty out that hand any way you can. Okay, so here's what we do. We plus the Teferi. And they scoop. Nice. All right, cool. So 3 games, 3 wins. Like I said, I'm having an absolute blasty blast with this deck. I've already finished my mastery track, so there's nothing there. So we'll just jump back in one more time. So yeah, my 2020 rotation-proof Jeskai Superfriends, again, looks just like this. 4 Shock, 2 Fblthp, 2 Lava Coil, 2 Dovin's Veto, 2 Prison Realm, 4 Narset, 4 Baby Teferi, 3 Saheeli, 4 Deafening Clarion, 2 Kasmina, 4 Sarkhans, a Time Wipe, 1 Chandra Awakened Inferno, 1 Ugin, and then the mana base, pretty simple. 1 Plains, 1 Island, 4 Hallowed Fountain, 4 Steam Vents, 2 Temple of Epiphany, a Boros Guildgate that eventually will get turned into a Temple of Triumph, 4 Sacred Foundries, and 4 Interplanar Beacons. So, hope you guys had fun watching this. Hope you like the way that it plays, and hope you go and build it yourself, or, you know, something similar to it. It is, seriously, it's a ton of fun, whether you're playing it in, you know, regular play. I haven't played it on the ladder yet, so I don't know how good it is there, but it's a ton of fun in this standard 2020 event. It's done wonders for me so far. So, that's it. That's the deck. That's the video for now, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for